Not going to touch on Biden too much. It's because I don't want to, because I feel bad for the guy. Biden relied on 14-point font prompt cards during his first press conference, including one with the headshots of journalists he planned to call on in order. President lost train of thought at times. The jokes can write themselves. Despite the notes, he had to correct himself after saying the U.S. ranks 85th in world infrastructure. The U.S. ranks 13th globally in infrastructure quality, down from 5th place in 2002, his note stated. It's kind of a long period of time to compare two numbers. It's almost 2 decades. I don't want to cover this guy too much because he's weak. And foreign leaders can see how weak he is. And when I was thinking about things, that perhaps this is indicative of where we're at right now as a country. You see here the list of reporters. Some of them have numbers here. 1, 5, looks like one of these has a number 9 next to it. A whole lot of white reporters in there. Biden, you might want to do something. He's studying it like it's an NFL playbook. Countries see this though. And what I was saying was, this pathetic old man here, whatever you want to say about the election, the way he was installed into office, is indicative of the United States in a way. Here you see the 14-point font, infrastructure, China, bridges, that we're seen internationally perhaps as that weak, frail old man stumbling upstairs, fumbling over words, that the U.S. overall is seen as being weak in the eyes of other nations, China, Russia, North Korea, just to name a few. At one point in his speech, he made an analogy, Jim Crow, Jim Eagle, when he was talking about voting rights. And so Tucker Carlson, I didn't catch a show. As I said before, I don't watch cable news. But he says here, duh, it's an analogy. Crow, eagle, they're both birds. But an eagle is much bigger than a crow, said Carlson. That means that asking people to show a driver's license when they vote is much more racist than segregation and lynchings. Now, obviously, Joe Biden has his history of racist things that he's said and done in the past, particularly as it pertains to individuals who are a little bit darker in the shade than he is. But I don't think that that's what was going on in his mind, obviously, but you know how it is, right? News host pundits have to play it up. Segregation and lynchings were Jim Crow. Voter ID laws are Jim Eagle. Way worse, he said sarcastically. Thursday's conversation was the first since he took office on January 20th. It was also limited to 25 reporters. Biden, perhaps a sign in the international community of the United States' fragility and weakness. If he's our leader, again, that's why I don't want to push the old man too hard, but if he's seen as our leader around the world, then we're in a shitload of hurt.